Satnam, Namaste. What up? Hi everyone, welcome back to Move Yoga Life. Not just about yoga, but a way to move through life. This is what these classes are all about. Whether you are here to have more of an awareness of the energy that's going on around you and the energy that's going within you, or you're here to just experience some nice, juicy, deep, relaxing yoga, or maybe some meditation. Maybe some meditation is what you're really searching for, whether that be through some breath work with my Kundalini yoga background, or it's just a guided meditation that is going to bring you even closer to understanding what is these next 4 weeks going to be about. I designed this workshop around the new moons and the full moons. You do not need to know exactly what that is because I will help teach you and guide you through that understanding through each one of these classes. Every 2 weeks we meet here. Every 2 weeks we meet here understanding that this class is all about setting the intention. With the new moon, it's about setting these intentions so that we can manifest. That's really what this class is going to be all about, is manifesting and knowing exactly what we can use, what challenges, what obstacles, and what blessings that we can use that are going to be happening around us for the next 4 weeks to really help us manifest. So this is going to be a two-part series, a two-part video, I guess you could say. The first part will be the actual awareness of what this new moon energy is about and really understanding what is the purpose of understanding this new moon. And from there, once we got that locked in, once our analytical, logical mind really understands what's happening, then we take that intention on part 2, where we go ahead and we really apply the practice. We really apply the information that we just gathered into our bodies, from our mind, connecting within our spirit through our deep yoga meditative practice. All of this will be around your heart chakra. All of this is going to be about relationships, love, the beauty of life, being able to come to a place of balance and justice. And we're really going to be able to hone in what really this is going to be about through this workshop. So before we continue, do me a favor, please go back to the descriptions of this video, because in that video, you will be able to see the 2 printouts. So there's this printout with the new moon wishing move yoga sheet. And then there's also the 5 ways to connect, as well as your actual yoga class. So I have these there for you to print out so that we can go over, because this is going to be an interactive class. All right. I want you writing things down as we're going over things. And I really want you taking this information and understanding that the things that we're going to go over are for you to apply for the next 4 weeks. Because what we're about to experience today is just the beginning. This is just planting the seeds, because what we plant today will continue to blossom here for the next 4 weeks. Please use this video. This video is not a one-time thank you, ma'am, okay? This video is for you to watch repeatedly throughout the next 4 weeks. Why? Because maybe something that you didn't really catch today, you'll catch later. You'll catch tomorrow. Maybe today it's all about watching part 1 so that you can really hone in on what this new moon's about. And then the next day, it's about doing the yin yoga and doing the yoga postures and using the affirmations. Yogis, students, warriors, people, whoever's out there listening, I'm hoping that I give you enough tools for you to apply in your toolkit to allow you to be able to balance the waves and challenges of life, and understand that there is energy out there that's trying to help you achieve your dreams, your goals, your wishes, your prayers, to allow them to come true. You don't need to make this hard, and I'm hoping that this will make things just a little bit easier to move through. So let's begin. All right. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. So do me a favor. Move your sheets aside. Make sure you have a mat and that you're in a comfortable space where you won't be interrupted. Because to really dive into this, I'd like to guide you through a meditation. A meditation that's going to open up your mind, open up your heart, for you to really receive the intention of what we're really about to go into with this Libra heart chakra new moon season. So once you've gathered your stuff, moved things out of the way, and allow yourself to come lying down flat. Come lying down flat, tuck the tailbone under, bring the shoulders back, palms come out beside you, the chin just a little bit towards the chest so that the entire spine is grounded. Your feet just naturally flop towards the side edges of the mat, and you can just feel yourself relaxing. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. And as you continue to breathe, listen to my voice. Listen to my voice as I guide you through this new moon, this Libra heart-opening new moon forecast. Listen to my words and let the seeds be planted so that your intuition can hear, and there is where you'll be able to be guided. Take another deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, roll the eyes up to focus in the space between the brows, connecting to your intuition, your inner wisdom, your third eye chakra. And breathing there with your natural breath, just allow yourself to relax. Relax. Relax into the space, into your body. Prepare yourself to tune in to tonight's loving, compassionate, empathetic, forgiving, heart chakra opening Libra new moon. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Every month, the new moon is the most influential time to set our intentions and make our wishes. The new moon heralds the start of goal setting. It is a time to plant new seeds and begin to make powerful changes within our lives. It's all about letting the universe know what we truly want. Just getting clarity on this is a miracle maker. So let's make miracles happen by tapping into the energy around us and seeing our wishes come true. We do this the best way we know how, by first becoming aware of this month's new moon forecast. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As you continue to take a deep breath, breathe in the fresh air and feel unconditional love. Feel the healing breeze of this loving Libra air. This new moon season has us finally seeing the beauty of life, opening up our hearts to peace and harmony. It's finally time for justice and balance within our lives, especially within our relationships. I keep the peace and love myself will be our guiding mantra. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Last month's Virgo throat chakra season helped us discover our voice and self-expression, teaching us the importance of honesty and knowing our truth so that we can speak with truth and be the truth. We now can be authentic because we know our purpose and we are ready to venture into the heart of our journey. We are ready to venture into the heart of our journey. Breathe in, breathe out. On October 6th to November 3rd, 2021, the Libra new moon will be opening up our hearts activating our heart chakra, and mediating our relationships, helping us to balance the love we have for others, and most importantly, the love we have for ourselves. Our challenge will be to be able to see the beauty in all things ugly. To be able to see the beauty in all things ugly. This month we release guilt, codependency, jealousy, possessiveness, and instability. We will become equal, connected, indivisible, bridging self-acceptance, self-love, compassion, and forgiveness. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. So let's continue to become aware of this new moon season, blessings and opportunities, using our awareness to connect and transform the energy around us and within us. With each breath, make space and manifest the life you truly deserve. With each breath, make space and manifest the life that you truly deserve. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Gently, slowly, lovingly, begin to wiggle the fingers. Begin to wiggle the toes. Take a deep breath in and stretch the arms up towards the sky. And point the toes further down below you. Guide the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, giving yourself a big hug, and slowly rocking up and down, side to side, massaging the spine. And then eventually guiding yourself back up to seated to join me. Hi, welcome back. So a lot was said there. And I do this portion of the class in a meditative posture, allowing yourself to really relax so that you can really tune into your listening skills and not be distracted with all the other things that are going on around you. Because although you may not have caught everything, the seeds were planted in your conscious, in your intuition. And from there, we have set the groundwork for us to be able to move forward. And so when you get a chance now, if you can, go ahead and grab those sheets. Grab those 2 sheets, because now it's time to really get into this and dive deep. You ready? So if you can have a pen and paper close by so you can take some notes, the goal is for you to keep this with you. So the new moon, it starts on the 6th, right? It's going to start on the 6th, but this is all in preparation. This is for you to be able to continually watch so that way you understand that the energy that we're going to talk about, the 5 things that we're going to talk about are the 5 things that you should be doing for the next 4 weeks, either on the daily or whether it be all 5 of them, doing 1 of them at least, doing 2 of them, 3 of them, all of this to keep you balanced, to keep you in balance. So many of my students, especially as of late, constantly reach out to me and say, I'm so sorry. I can't make it. My life is just so crazy right now. I have so much going on. I just feel completely out of balance. Well, this class is to help you get back in balance. The 5 ways to stay connected to this Libra energy is to help you get back in balance, especially this month, because this month is going to be all about balance. Balancing your relationships, balancing the love for yourself, balancing whatever's going on in your life so that you can make space to be able to have the energy to put in the energy towards the things you want to manifest. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, let's go ahead and start going over this. Let's go over this together. So this is your sheet. On the very top, we're going to be reading the top 5 ways to stay connected to the Libra heart chakra new moon, starting from October 6th to November 3rd. We'll be in this space. So everything we're about to go over is to really understand that. Number 1, read along with me and write down whatever starts to come up. If you start to feel like, okay, yes, these are things that I need to work on, note those things and put them aside so that you can start to work on those things here for the next 4 weeks. I'm going to keep repeating that. Keep repeating that. So that way it gets drilled in your head that this is not just a one-time thing. This is a continuous thing. We don't find ourselves just all of a sudden in bliss and balance. That just doesn't happen on this planet. This life is a crazy, beautiful roller coaster. And so it's about consistency. So let's stay consistent, all right? And really use these things and apply them. So number 1, relationship and partnership. It's time to do a relationship and partnership inventory. Libra's life literally is relationship and partnerships. Partnerships in particularly get special attention at this new moon. If your marriage or your business partnership needs work, issues may well arise now. All the better for you to sort them out. Use this Libra harmony and cooperation energy to bridge the gap. Also keep in mind that Libras are known to be the most caring, loving signs and give their all to the people they love. The problem is that not everyone deserves this love, and Libras can be taken advantage of. Be aware of this and make sure to take the time to ask yourself, who deserves my love? Who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to love? And who do you need to let go? Do an inventory of all of your relationships and see what needs to be aired out. See what needs to be aired out. Relationships and partnerships. That's going to be a big deal this season. And so if you find yourself struggling in that space, now's the time to really mend those situations, to finally be able to put some type of forgiveness, some type of let go, or some type of appreciation maybe that you really haven't been giving to a loved one. This is the time. And to come from a place of love, whether that portion of your relationship is an end, to be able to end and depart in a space of love, a space of harmony and blessings. That's relationships. That's number 1. Number 2, love thyself and self-care. Please star this one. This one is huge. Libras, and for many of us, our journey, our lesson here is to understand how to love ourselves. How to love ourselves. And self-care and taking time for yourself is one major way to do that. So let's read about this, because this is going to be big. This is going to be very important. Speaking of relationships, how's my relationship with myself? Do I love myself? Do I practice self-care, aka self-love? Libra is connected to the heart chakra, compassion, empathy, trust, forgiveness, and the sense of touch. It's time to open up your heart and get in touch. Get in touch with thyself. This new moon season will have you in search for all the things listed above, including connection and a longing of unconditional love. At some point, you will realize that you have been searching for love, happiness, and forgiveness in all the wrong places. The connection and peace you are longing for is not within someone else or in something else, but within yourself. Within yourself. Learn how to balance self-love and loving others. Take the 5 love language quiz. Take the 5 love language quiz and discover how you like to receive love and give love. Afterwards, begin to practice your love language with yourself. Also consider getting a massage for the touch and taking quality time alone with yourself. I love this one. It's something that personally I need to learn and practice and strengthen this muscle more, especially being a mom. And I don't even like to use that as an excuse because I feel like I've used that as an excuse for far too long. Many of us tend to do, especially as parents, mom, father, whatever you might be. We have our excuses why we don't take the time to take care of ourselves. And so doing this, and especially doing the 5 love language quiz. If you don't know what your love language is, I highly recommend taking this quiz. And understand that the way that you receive love and the way that you give love can be different. It can be different. And this is your chance to explore that, to play around with that, to allow yourself to see how do you like to be loved and apply those things to you. Because those 5 ways can change. Maybe your way is words of affirmation, or it's quality time, or you feel loved through gifts and acts of service. There's different ways to be able to express your love and show your love. And if you don't really know how to do that with yourself, you're not going to know how to do that with anybody else. So take time to love yourself, especially if you want to give the love to the ones that you love, unconditional love. Fill your love bucket, and then you can fill others. So self-love, self-care. That's a good one. I'm excited about that one. I hope you are too. Number 3, see the beauty of life. If feeling beautiful or handsome has been absent for some time, it will not be any longer. Libras are the human embodiment of beauty. After all, Libra is ruled by Venus, planet of love and all things gorgeous. Now is the perfect season to get gorgeous and beautify your life. Find things that are aesthetically pleasing. Go out, get fancy. Pluck those eyebrows and get out of those sweats. Try and find the natural beauty in things, as you will be more drawn to the beauty of nature. Connecting with Mother Nature will also allow you to see the true beauty of life. Ask yourself, what makes things beautiful? Where do you find true beauty? Remember, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. They must be felt with the heart. So explore. What does it mean to be beautiful? What makes things beautiful? Is it within? Is it on the outside? Libras are about the aesthetics. They're very about the way they look and how they present themselves. And so take that opportunity to do the same. Find a way to be able to enjoy who you are and be proud of that. Flawing your qualities and making yourself feel beautiful, handsome. It's okay to do that. You can do that and still not come off vain. And that's for you to figure out how to do that. But not only that, not only finding the beauty within yourself, but opening up your eyes and seeing the beauty of life. Heart chakra, Libra, in order to feel balanced whenever you're feeling off, is to go out into nature. Because the way to balance the heart is to come back to being grounded and connecting with your human nature, your roots, Mother Nature. So do yourself even a better opportunity for you to really feel this beauty of life by going outside, maybe taking a trip up north to the trees. I live in Arizona, so it takes a little while to find some greenery and connect to the greenery around you. Because heart chakra is green. So the beauty of life, that's number 3. That's something you can check off your list that you'll be able to do here in the next 4 weeks. Take a breath of fresh air is number 4. Take a breath of fresh air. This Libra new moon season isn't only about the heart, but as equally important are the lungs. Breathing in fresh air, Libra is connected to the element of air. The quickest way to feel balanced and in harmony this month will be to go outside, ground, and breathe. Breathe. The World Health Organization states that you can reduce the risk of stroke, heart disease, lung cancer, and respiratory disease such as asthma just by breathing in cleaner air. It is also said that being outside and breathing fresh air is good for your lungs and can strengthen your immune system. By taking deeper, conscious breaths, drawing more air deep into the bottom of the lungs, we bring more oxygen into our cells and help the lungs expel toxins from the body, therefore helping us cleanse from the inside out. Make going outside and getting fresh air a daily habit. Major bonus if you include a breathing technique / breathing meditation to your routine. Hint, hint, use the breathing meditation we use in class. So before we get started with our actual yin yoga class that we'll be doing here very soon in part 2, I have a special gift for you. I am bringing back my roots of Kundalini yoga by giving you a breathing meditation for calming the heart. And this breath is a really great practice for you to be able to do, especially beginners, because there's not a lot to it. And I'll be able to explain that when we get to that part of class. But find whatever works for you. If that particular part of the class doesn't really resonate with you, but you really do want to find a breathing techniques, there's hundreds. There are so many different types of breathing techniques. Breathing in 5 or breathing in 8 or holding your breath or powerful breaths out. There's so many ways to energize the body, relax the body, balance the body. The breath works are powerful. And the best way for you to connect to this season is through air, the air element, and really being conscious of your breath. Cool? All right. The last on the list, number 5. Indivisible and balance and justice for all. Indivisible with balance and justice for all. Let's take a look at that. The Libra symbol is the scales, as the sign represents balance, justice, and equilibrium. Libras like to avoid conflict and try to keep the peace whenever possible. Keeping the peace and finding balance. Keeping the peace and finding balance will be your mantra this season. Whatever issues may blow in, the scales will help us to stay balanced. Become the mediator. Allow yourself to see both sides of a situation and help to find a compromise. Do not be afraid of negotiating until both parties are equally satisfied. This will not be the time to be divided, but a time for justice for all and equality. A time for justice for all and equality. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be doable? Do you think you can keep this up somewhere where you can see it? So that you can continue to apply these practices for the next, 4 weeks? Guys, this is going to be your greatest tool. On the days that you feel that you can't breathe, a sense of anxiety, on the days where you don't feel balanced, on the days where you're really beating yourself up and focusing on the ugly things of life and not looking at it from the beauty lens. On those days where the relationship that you're in, you feel like you are going to end it. On those days, can you grab this instead? Can you grab this instead? Do all 5. Pick one and get yourself back in balance. Can you do that for yourself? Because just by doing that, you can already check number 2, self-love, self-care. This is you taking care of yourself and being able to really focus on yourself so that you can make space for the things that you want to manifest. That's really why I made this workshop. I created this workshop, 3 years ago? And some of my students here are still joining us in person and on here. And we did this all together because we understand that on the new moon, it is the best time to manifest. It is the best time to plant our seeds. And why not make our wishes come true? So that as we follow along these next 4 weeks, we can start to check off the things that we're wishing to see in our lives. And that when we move into the next season, we understand now that we can make more space because the things that we've been working on are actually coming true. I've heard so many incredible testimonies, and I will share this in most likely every single one of these videos so that I can remind myself and remind you that this is possible. That wherever you're at, if you don't like where you're at, you can change it. You can change it by just one thing. One thing. And you know what that is? It's awareness. That's all what this is. Awareness. And I know that awareness can change your life and move you towards the better because it did for me. That is why I love Kundalini Yoga, the yoga of awareness. It helped save me out of my eating disorder and my drinking and the self-sabotage that I was in. It got me the awareness that I need to finally wake up and start putting things into motion, start moving my life in the direction that I ultimately wanted my life to go in. We can do that, and we can do it together. We can do it together. And so this sheet is powerful. Every new moon, we fill this out. And when we come back in 2 weeks during the full moon, we pull this sheet out and we take a look and we do a little inventory and we ask ourselves, how am I doing so far? It's been 2 weeks. Have I taken care of my first goal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I not been doing anything? Is it time to finally go ahead and start putting other things into motion and maybe moving things aside? That's what we do at the full moon. But before we get there, we gotta go ahead and take time to do this. So look at your sheet, and I'll go through this briefly. If you have more questions about this, feel free to message me. It's on Move Yoga Life, whether via Facebook or Instagram. Message me there at Move Yoga Life. And I'll be happy to go over this with you a little bit more in depth if that's something that you need. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So for every new moon, we have our new moon wishing, right? And our wishing must come from the heart always. We must feel the wish as if it's already happened. That is the key. We're writing these things down as if it's already happened. Feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel it in your body, in your bones, with all of your being. Feel the elation. Feel the elation. That is one of the biggest keys to manifesting. And we're going to go ahead and break it down for you. So the first part is I left you 5 spaces to write down 5 wishes, dreams, goals, whatever you have. You're welcome to get another sheet, or if you have a journal that you like to do this in so that you can have more room, these can just be little bullet points. And what are the things that you want to wish for in your life? And if you really can't think of anything, because sadly there's a lot of people out there that have never set goals for themselves because for whatever reason they didn't feel deserving. I had one student tell me that when I first started putting these classes together, and that really is what got me to finally start bringing in the 5 ways to connect. Because if you don't have 5 things that you want to work on, I have them here for you. Take these 5 things and put number 1 on number 1, your relationships. Number 2, working on your self-love. Number 3, exploring the beauty of your life, of who you are. Number 4, taking some breaths, some fresh air, and finding a strong practice that really connects you to your breathing. And number 5, finding balance, finding justice, and being indivisible. Write those things down, or write down whatever your goals are. And then after that, write down the vision. This part you will need room. So my vision. This is where you have to get very detail oriented. If you want to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's important that you write the details. This is your blue map, right? Whenever you're building whenever you're putting together a building or you have plans to construct something, what do contractors do? They have their blue map, right? And it's important that we sit down and we write these things down so that we can really truly see it to believe it. If it's a particular relationship that you're wanting or longing for, if it's a home, if it's a job, or if it's just a state of being, do this for me. Write down the feelings that you will get when you're in this place. When you're in that home, what is it going to feel like? What are you going to hear? What are you going to feel? Really tap into your senses when you're writing these things down. Because once you start to do that, you really start to connect the mind, the body, and the spirit, really feeling this as a reality and really allowing yourself to draw that energy towards you. Now you're really starting to make space and you're connecting mind, body, and spirit, preparing yourself to receive that particular manifestation or wish or prayer or goal. My affirmation. So once you've really taken the time to visualize what it is that you're trying to manifest, you got to lock in an anchor, which is an affirmation, something that you'll be able to repeat here for the next 4 weeks. Something that every time you might start to feel yourself drifting off or starting to tell yourself these negative thoughts that none of this is going to come true. What are you thinking? How could you possibly make that much money in crypto? I know some of you like the crypto. When those doubts start to come in, you lock yourself back into that affirmation. And that is your anchor. And you repeat that over and over and over until that negative thoughts, those negative voices start to fade away. That will be your anchor because you want to lock that intention that you created, that vision that you created, that you locked into your body, into your mind, and into your spirit. You want to connect with that intention consistently. Does that make sense? And that anchor is what's going to draw you back into that space. Very, very powerful. These are very, very powerful tools. I found them in pretty much every manifestation manual you can look at, and I've been able to apply them and break them down in a simple way for you and the Move Yoga Life classes. And the last part, you can sit, wish, dream all you want in your home, but I'm sorry, you have to put things into action. It's now time to set an intention and make some commitments. You got to actually get things moving. You can't get anything out of just sitting in place and being stagnant. Change comes from movement. And so you will write down an intention or a commitment. If it's trying to get a new home, I just use home because that was a big part of my manifestation for about a year. And now I'm in my dream home in the exact neighborhood that I was wishing to be. And so I used that as an example for over a year. And now here I am. And I'm very blessed. But with that commitment of wanting your dream home, what can you do this month? I don't know. Maybe I can go ahead and find a realtor. Maybe I can go ahead and see how much I can, apply for. Start putting things into motion, seeing what you have in the bank, what you need to do for a down payment. What areas are you really wanting to move into? Start cutting out pictures of homes of exactly what you're trying to manifest, but go further. I'm going to go walk into a model home and maybe meet that realtor and see if there's things that I can start to do to apply and get things going. Do you get what I'm saying? So make a commitment and something that you can achieve. All right. If you're trying to manifest millions, okay, cool. How are you with finances? If all these millions of dollars were to come in tomorrow, would you be able to know how to manage that? Where to put that? Do you know anything about money? How to invest? Maybe it'll be a good time for you to go ahead and take a workshop and do something like that. Make a commitment. Put things into action. It's in the action where things start to get going and things start to become reality. Cool? And once you've done all that, it will be time to meditate and release your dreams out into the universe. Trust and have faith that all your wishes will come true. And what I recommend is to meditate on the new moon. So October 6th, right? And if you're watching this video and it's now past October 6th, then meditate every night. Read your sheet and sit in that space, visualizing these things, feeling yourself already in that space and feeling it deep within your bones. Consistently doing that especially from the new moon and really until now, because this is our preparation class too, right? This is not just to do it on the new moon, but to prepare for it and to continue to do it after. This is a before, during, and after workshop. So use this. And I highly recommend to get started as soon as you watch this. That's what's going to be the most important part. Because once you do this, then you've really got the ball rolling. And then we can go ahead and get into the meditation as well as the yin yoga that you can do right after this, or save it for later when the time is best. Either way, it's about the awareness. It's about going through this process, this yoga of life, and finding out ways to move into balance, move into success, move into peace, move into harmony. That's where we belong. That's where we belong. How are you feeling? That's a lot, huh? It's okay. Just take it all in bite sizes. And like I said, you can always come back to this. Cool? Let's take a deep breath in together. Go ahead and rub your palms together. Close the eyes. Bring the palms to heart center. With the eyes closed and the spine nice and long and straight, roll the eyes up to focus in the space between the brows. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. You now have the awareness. You have the tools. You have the guidance to be able to achieve whatever it is that you want. Whatever you need to let go, whatever you need to forgive, or whatever you need to finally open up your eyes and to finally see the beauty, the love that's around you. This is the time. So let's continue this process. Let's continue this process by moving into the next portion of this workshop, where we can really apply this awareness into our body, into our breath, from our mind, deep down into our spirit. Let's do that the best way we know how, through meditation, yoga, and sound healing. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Guide the palms to the third eye space, the space between the brows. Namaste.